A 19-year-old Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt travels to Brazil to compete against a ruthless leg-locking legend. Let's see what happens. Stay tuned to find out. What's up everybody, it's William Tackett and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about a match I had against the legend Rousimar Palhares, also known as Toquinho. He is a 80cc competitor, competed in the UFC, really all over, legend of the sport, and especially the leg locking side. So you'll notice we get in some really fun leg locking exchanges in this match. It was a lot of fun. You can tell from this angle here, he's starting to wrap up my ankle as he's trying to pass. He loves to fall back on the feet, and I noticed this, so I was trying to play with my knees close to my chest and prevent that from happening, but as you can tell, he's still able to fall back there and get to my foot. For me, for here, I'm trying to keep my knee bent and keep getting close to my ankle. If I allow him to straighten my leg or put a bend to the inside, then he gets the right angle he needs to finish. So from here, I tried to roll through, started working my way to his back here off of that leg entanglement, got my seatbelt, put my hooks in, but he just able to get his shoulders to the mat and get his back to the floor. Now, he outweighed me by quite a bit in this match. I weighed in about 185. He, I believe, cut to 88 kilograms, which is 194. So he was extremely strong and durable, as you can tell, just a physical specimen. Very hard to hold on to him and maintain position. And here he is back into my legs, trying to work that outside heel hook. And I'm continuing to roll with the rotation to cause that corkscrewing effect to hide my heel. He starts to try to pass the 50-50, and I'm keeping my leg straight. That way he can't bend my knee and start exposing my heel. As you can notice, he's trying to tug on it with his hand every once in a while, and that allows him to try to bend my knee, but I just keep trying to roll through and hide my heel. From here, we kind of end up in a stalemate. He's trying to go for that weird side knee bar by holding my toes, but notice every time he does that, I use my elbow to frame the inside of his knee to rock his hips back flat to the mat to prevent him from doing it. He keeps trying to attack, changes to the outside heel hook now, and I'm able to, again, put that bend in my knee and get close to his butt. I even start going for a counter here, trying to separate his legs. But one thing to note here, I had just separated my ribs about a few weeks before this, I think the week before, and I wasn't planning to compete, but since I had, put my name in the roster and my replacement actually had dropped out, I was forced to compete in this match, and I didn't want to leave him matchless. So I showed up and tried to compete, but it was very tough for me throughout this match, with my torn rib. It was very hard to finish those heel hooks or even just crunch to that side. So you'll see that throughout the match. I'll mention it here and there, but here he is back on my leg, trying to roll through for that outside position again, and from here I'm able to staple both of his legs to the ground. This prevents him from getting enough pressure off the floor to roll through, and also allows me to clear my knee line there. Notice how I'm able to spin and find that underhook. I'm able to now work up to this leg drag-esque style position, and he has my foot caught here, but since he doesn't have it in between his legs, he's not able to attack it, and I'm able to free my foot and then work my way around to side control here. He tries to turtle, and as he does, I pull him back down to the mat with his near side arm, and I'm able to work to mount with double underhooks. Now, as I mentioned before, he's extremely strong, so this probably wasn't a great move because this allowed him to now turn to turtle here momentarily by just using these underhooks. I was expecting to keep him flat from here, but you'll notice he's just really able to bridge hard and turn onto his side and then get back to his knees. Wasn't too bad because I was able to secure the back control here, and I was actually now hitting that half Nelson to rock him back flat and to lock in my body triangle. I find the body triangle, for me, because I have long and flexible legs, allows me to really control my opponent well. I know some people don't really have the flexibility or the length in their legs to lock in the body triangle, but for me, I find that it's a really strong part of my game that I think helps a lot with maintaining that back control, especially against someone really dangerous like Palhares here. And from this moment, I might actually skip forward a little bit in the match because I don't want to bore you guys, because at this moment my rib was really starting to bug me and just really was trying to hold on to him and not really miss position. So we kind of stayed here for the next few minutes of the match. So I'm going to fast forward and then we'll go from there. Alright, so now as you can tell by the clock, it has been a few minutes me here on my opponent's back, and I wasn't able to get the finish. Sad to say, I was just trying to hold him because at this point I was pretty tired and my rib was hurting quite a bit. I knew I had a points lead, so I was really just trying to maintain control. And Gordon Ryan had his back for I think 20 minutes or something crazy and wasn't able to finish him either. So part of it is just his amazing submission defense from this position. But another part of it was that my rib was really bugging me, and I was just trying to control him rather than getting the submission. And as you can see now, he's starting to get his hips out and away and back to the floor, and he starts to escape this position. Once he gets his hips to the ground, and look at, he's holding my head there, he's able to now put his weight up onto me and then turn in, I believe, to the side towards my head and get back into a neutral position here. From here, he's down 9-0, so I'm believing that he's really trying to start passing my guard. So I pull him into close guard to try to kill a little bit of time and control him and maybe work this arm lock here that I'm going for. But as I talked about earlier, he's extremely strong and physical, so I wasn't even able to get full extension on his arm there before he just ripped it back. So you can see me there trying to do 2-on-1 control on his wrist, trying to bring him forward, break his posture, but he's doing a really good job at sitting back and pushing on my knee to open up my guard. And he opens up my guard there, and now he looks to try to pass and starts stacking me heavy and splitting down to a half guard and falls back on a leg once more. As he falls back on the leg, he's in this outside ashi position and ends up passing to an inside ashi position. From here, I'm trying to roll and corkscrew out and pass his legs to a 50-50. I feel much more comfortable in 50-50, and there's attacks that I can hit as well. You can notice he's trying to go for that knee bar again, and I'm able to change directions and start actually going on his heel here. The reason, I think a big reason why I couldn't finish these heel attacks was, even though I had the exposure, was the torn cartilage in my ribs. By turning to that side and really trying to create that braking pressure there, it was just really hard to create enough tension in his heel without allowing it to slip off, because I wasn't able to constrict enough. As you can see, it slips off again there. But from here, I'm able to kind of separate and get into my strongest finishing position where I cross to the inside. It's kind of a cross 50-50, and I actually end the match with a pretty good heel bite, but I doubt I was going to be able to finish it because of my rib condition. So that's the end of the match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a big honor going against such a legend, and I appreciate the fun roll we had there. Well, I survived against the legendary Toquinho and lived to tell the story. I hope you guys really enjoyed the match and enjoyed the commentary. If you did, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Check me out on BJJ Fanatics for all my body lock passing DVDs, my escape instructionals, all that stuff. And thanks to BJJ Bet for having me out in Brazil. I really had a great time. Hope you have me back soon. And yeah, stay tuned to the channel for some more videos coming up soon. I appreciate it as always. Have fun on the mats, guys, and God bless. See you in the next one.